In this video, I'm going to talk about how powerful repurposing your content can be. So many of us in online business have all kinds of content that we've made for courses or live webinars or workshops that can go unused and unutilized if we don't know how to offer it in different ways at different times. So in this video, we're going to talk about why repurposing content is so powerful, how to repurpose our content, and I'm going to give you an example from just recently where I was able to repurpose almost all of the content from a membership site into a standalone course and offer it as a new product. I'm so excited to get into this. If you are new here, my name's Lane. I love to help digital entrepreneurs start and grow their online businesses. So if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. And I want to give you something for free as a way to say thank you for stopping by today. This is my super simple guide to your first $500 online. If you go to lanesebring.com/super simple, you can get it there for free. This is a guide that will walk you through how to set up a business around selling courses, membership sites, coaching, and consulting. And if you are new to this game, or if you're trying to figure out another way to do it or a better way to do it, there's something in there for you. So go to lanesebring.com/super simple. All right, so let's dive into repurposing content. First, I want to talk about what I'm not saying. You might be thinking that by repurposing, I'm talking about taking an old product and just repackaging it and making it look new. That is not what I'm talking about at all. What I'm talking about is the fact that in your online business, if you've been in online business for any length of time at all, you've done workshops, you've had bonuses in your courses, you've had freebies that you've offered, you've had courses that maybe you offered at one point and you no longer do. You've had membership sites with content on those. You've had maybe free content that you unlist on YouTube and it's just sitting there. You've done all of these things, and all of that content, if it's still relevant, it's still valuable. That's the thing that you have to remember. If the content that you made is still relevant, meaning that it still works, it still transforms, it still makes sense, and it still aligns with what you teach, if it's still relevant, it's still valuable. There's still value to be had there. So what do you do with that content? Recently, I shut down a membership site. I made a video about what led to the decision to shut down my membership site. The short of it is, it just wasn't for me for that niche. I had it over at Preaching Donkey. I did it for a year. And what I found is that I didn't like managing a membership site. I much prefer to sell one-off online courses and coaching packages rather than having an ongoing subscription site, at least right now, and at least for that particular brand. So with all that, I said, we're going to shut this down. And then all of that content just kind of sat there for about a year, just kind of sat there in that product that no one's a member of. And I felt like I had worked really hard on all of the masterclasses that was in that membership site, all of the Q&As. I mean, all of it was really well done. It took a lot of work. And just because nobody's a member of that anymore, I felt like I don't want to let all that content go to waste. So what I did is I selected 7 masterclasses that I had done over 7 different months inside of that membership. These masterclasses were on a variety of topics pertaining to leadership. And all of them were kind of connected together in what I found to be a pretty purposeful way. And then I went through and I looked at the live Q&As that we did that corresponded with those masterclasses, and I edited everything for a new product that I called the Strategic Leadership Bundle. I actually talked about this last week when I talked about launching with live webinars. So if you want to see how I launched this product, you can go check that out there. But I took all of those masterclasses and the Q&As and I packaged together an end-to-end complete course on a topic. To do that, I had to add some content to it. So I added some introductory material and some kind of action step material at the end. I added some bonuses, and I had a course that now takes the best of what I had in that membership site that no one is a member of anymore and is its own thing that I can now sell. And that's what I did. I launched it and it did really well. And the people who are in it are loving it and it's serving them. And that will be a course that I'll have for an indefinite period of time. And it will serve lots and lots of people. So in that case, that membership site served its purpose. Now the course is serving its purpose, and that content doesn't have to be wasted because it's still relevant, which means it's still valuable. I did the same thing with another masterclass that was also in that membership site. I had a masterclass on storytelling. In that niche, it's about preaching, communication, church leadership. So storytelling didn't really fit in the leadership course, and I didn't know exactly where to put it in terms of other things. So I pulled out that little masterclass and had it as an order bump. It's called Storytelling Secrets Masterclass, and I have it as an order bump. I'm actually going to talk about this in a future video. But on Kajabi, when somebody's checking out, they're buying your product. So maybe they're buying your flagship course. You can easily set up an order bump where they just they check a box and they get a whole other product as a part of their checkout that day. So that Storytelling Secrets Masterclass, I took that, I added some Q&A to it, added an introduction, some bonuses, some worksheets, and I put it together as a $67 standalone little mini course that only exists as an order bump. And so that has converted, and that's marketing language for sold, a lot. And it's really cool to add that kind of value in the checkout process when people are already purchasing an item. So those are just two examples of what I've recently done with old material, but still relevant material from a membership site to make it a course, and then other material from that same membership site to make it an order bump. And this is just scratching the surface of what's possible. Another thing that I did, this was a long time ago, I've written 2 books, one of which was a bestseller in its category on Amazon. That whole process of writing that book was taking blog posts, because back in the day I used to write, back when people read words, I took the blog posts and I organized it into a book. So you could access most of the book for free on my site, but if you bought the book, it was better, it was edited, it was organized in a package and a complete journey that I was taking my reader on, and the book sold and continues to sell really well. I did the same thing with my second book. So free content turned into paid content just by changing the packaging that it was in. So there's a lot of different ways that you can repackage your content. What's important to remember is to never look at a piece of content you made as only being able to be used one time. You can use the same piece of content on different platforms in different ways as different products and different offers, and you can do it really kind of indefinitely into the future. One of the things that Alex Hormozi talks about in his book, $100 Million Offers, is the power of the offer itself, not just the product, but the offer. How is it being presented to the potential buyer? And what are the things that go with it that make it a desirable thing to buy? The offer. What I love about Kajabi is that your product exists as one entity and your offer exists as another, meaning that you can take different products and attach them to one offer and sell it. Or you can take one product and attach it to one offer, and that product and that offer are kind of together and sell that. You can do any kind of arrangement you want, and that really makes this process of repurposing very easy and simple to do. So if you're not on Kajabi, use my link to get a 30-day free trial, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. You can get a free course that I made called the Kajabi Accelerator, 30-day free trial, 45-minute one-on-one Zoom call with me, and my 25K course launch email template. All of that is yours when you join using my link, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. I just mentioned that because Kajabi is the best way to put all this together, to take content from one product and move it to another and offer it in a different way. You can do all that, and it sounds complicated, but it's really not, because it's on Kajabi, which makes it very simple. So lanesebring.com/Kajabi. Now, if you are interested in going further with this idea of content development, not just repurposing, but content development, click on this playlist right here where we'll go even further into the power of content in your online business. So click right there and I'll see you in that playlist.